How's it going, everyone? This is Casual Chris, and I wanted to make this video to all my beat makers or anybody who's aspiring to build followers, who's not a designer, to stay away from making an Instagram that looks cool. Let's do it. So what do I mean by an Instagram that looks cool? I mean a layout that I used to have where it was 3 tiles, or you come across, or you could do 6, you could go up, you could go 9, you can make your profile look, different, make the entire profile look, more like you know how to use Photoshop, basically. So I basically did that for a year and a half while releasing music, and I'm here to tell you it didn't work out for me. It did not work out for me, and I advise you not to do that yourself. Some of the reasons why. Number one reason why is the content, the algorithm that Instagram is now, and how enforced it is. And how even if you post 3 pictures at the same time, the likelihood that people see them down their feed all at the same time is very little. Usually you'll see them, the next day or the day after. You never know how Instagram works. They're very secretive with this. Having said that, though, you are likely to post a single post where it doesn't have anything. It's like maybe a line from a letter, or maybe just a white post, and you got to think, as someone who's following you, who wants value, who wants to see what you got. I mean, you go down your feed and you see a white post, you see enough of those, and what is the incentive of following you? You lose a lot of value. You lose a lot of giving people value in each post. Another thing is if you want to put ads behind your posts. Now you have 3 posts. Are you going to put ads behind, or add money behind each of those 3 posts? And if you are they the same post? So again, you start running into problems with ads as well. Another is repeated content. You're going to run into a situation where you're going to have to post the same piece of content 3 times or 2 times, or however your format is. That, again, is not the best for followers. You got to think, like, these people want to see something, and you're seeing the same thing. Another thing is my computer crashed. And when my computer crashed, I was basically out of Photoshop. When you're out of Photoshop, you can't go and put 3 posts. So now you have to really get creative and really try to figure out how you're going to do it. You can see how these things can stop you from being consistent. From every video I've watched, they're stressing consistency. Consistency is a huge word. Posting at the same time, posting at times in which all your followers are online is important. When you start doing, these exotic, amazing looking Instagram profiles that look cool, once you see the whole profile, they don't look so cool just to follow you. I've had feedback from my people. People aren't necessarily checking your profile every day. They're checking their timeline. So when they see just a post that you had to get off just to make space, because you're trying to make your Instagram look a certain way, it just hampers you. So, I did it for a year and a half. I kept it going. I made a different Instagram, saw the numbers increase on that enough to where I knew I was just absolutely wasting my energy trying to come up with creative pieces, which look cool, but I know I can deliver much better content if I used Instagram the way it was meant to use. That has been the cause for a huge delay on Casual Chris on Instagram, and I've had to fix it. So I made that choice to go ahead and just exit, start my Instagram exactly how it was meant to be. Quality posts only coming your way, and just building that way. You might have a different take on it. For me, I felt like, the only benefit was my pride, was my looking at it and saying, oh, that looks great. But in the long run of things, pride isn't always the best way to go from what I read. So this is my video. This is my warning to you to not make a sexy Instagram. I know you'll run into them and they'll look cool, but it's a lot. It's almost to the point where, well, no, it is to the point where it's not worth the trouble of worrying about how to make your profile look cool instead of worrying about how to deliver value that makes people want to follow you, or how to post that makes people want to follow you. So that's how I changed my mindset on that, and that is the explanation behind the new Instagram profile. If you guys have any questions, any comments, drop those. I would love to talk. I'd love to chat it. If you are one of those who has a sexy Instagram profile, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I admire your dedication, because it's pure dedication at that point. So yeah, pure dedication. So thank you once again for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week.